You've tuned into The Mountain Gardener with your host, Ken Lain. Gardening, it can be challenging, but with these simple insider tips, you'll reap huge rewards. Now, let's tune into today's Mountain Gardener with Ken and Lisa. At the start of the show, I had mentioned that there's two things you really need to be focused on. I mean, you should feel like I need to get out there and start the season. That was preparing your soil. Told you how to do that. That was the first segment. And then also pruning and cutting things back. So getting your perennials cut back, cutting back your fruit trees. Now through middle of March is your window. So it's a big window, but you should want to finish this thing up. So I'm kind of done with mine. And one of the mysteries I find folks have, last week's garden class, one said, again, I've got 3 big pampas grass. 2 of them grow really well. One of them just languishes. It doesn't do anything. What's going on? Help me. And so with all of your ornamental grasses, this is pampas grass, fescues, miscanthus, deer grass, zebra grass, all your pretty decorative, sedges, grasses, that kind of stuff, not yuccas, not agaves, not bear grass, which isn't a grass. It's something different. It's a native evergreen kind of thing that grows out there in the valley areas. I'm talking about your regular ornamental grass. Pampas is the most famous. That's that big grass, gets head high, has these great big plumes on top of it, covered. Right now it starts to look a little rough just because it's rain and snow kind of beats them up. The plumes have kind of limped over. They aren't as fluffy as they were because they're being beat up. You need to cut those back to about knee high. All other grasses you're cutting back to about ankle high. So you really cut back on them. If you don't do that, what will happen is that the green that's there now will start to brown as the shorter days, the cold, it just beats them up. If you don't cut them back, you'll get this brown with this green on your grasses. And so other grasses, like let's say miscanthus, I've got grama grass. I just cut my grama, native ornamental grass, grows about just shy of knee high. Beautiful, beautiful plumes on it or flowers to it. It's beautiful and native. I hardly care for it, but I cut it back. I fertilize it every winter. Now is the time. And so I'm cutting those things back. Grasses are very fast growers. They're going to elongate and be just as big so that you cut back this pampas grass by 4, 5, 6 feet. It's going to grow that much again this coming season. I mean, really quickly, starting in March, grasses start to grow. In fact, some of them I started to see some green shoots coming up. And so they're waiting to take off. Now to grow that much and then to plume with this beautiful grass, miscanthus. It's got this beautiful pink hue to it. It's just stunning late summer and autumn. And so it takes a lot of energy to do that, which means food. Grasses need more food than other plants in the gardens if you want beautiful ones. Do they need it? Do they have to have it? No, but they'll be weak and limp and they'll die out in the middle. They just won't plume as well. But if you feed them, if you cut them back and feed them, they are just like rock stars. They are beautiful in the garden. They are the showpiece because they're gathering up wind. They float around in the wind, kind of the slightest of breeze. They just add drama. Butterflies love them. Birds like to take the seed heads and use them as a food source or nesting. So there's a lot of benefits. And we are in this higher elevation of Arizona. We're in grass country. I mean, we grow grasses without all the issues that a lot of other parts of the country have. So whack on those things. Don't be afraid. You almost can't make a mistake with ornamental grasses. So just whack on them. With pampas grass, you'll see these curlicues about, 18, 24 inches off the ground. You cut it back to there. Just whack it off. Throw the rest of it away. Add it to the burn pile. Compost them. Just chuck them in the dumpster. Either way, just clear them out of there. And then fertilize it. Now, for this, if one is not performing as well as maybe others, there's a reason for that. It's going to be soil related. You just don't, there's a rock shelf, there's caliche layers, something's going on. Yeah, but Ken, they were all planted the same. They're all exactly the same. They should all grow exactly the same. There's nothing exact about your soil in the mountains of Arizona. Every single hole, one that's just a few feet away, is different. How the soil drains through it, how much organics, what roots are competing for the resources under the ground. Plants are trying to get the most, protect their root zone so they can grow. And you just don't know. I've seen so many holes. You're digging out this huge chunk of this boulder out of this hole, and that makes a difference. So something's going on that you don't see. That's why that one is languishing. It's not, or maybe you got some grubs or something. Something's going on there. But what I told this gal was, hey, take a bag of manure, cut it back, take a bag of manure, just put it around your pampas grass. I think that extra nitrogen and organics are going to be a game changer for that plant. And so if you're doing it, do it to all three of them. Don't hold back and go, this one's special, I'm gonna make them grow. This one, you're held off, I'm trying to even you out. Just treat them all as special children. You're trying to grow out in the backyard, and you want the most out of them. Here's what made these others happy. I want you to be happy too. Everyone gets some. And then fertilize it. I would say grasses would benefit most from 744 all-purpose plant food. The reason I say that, it's got bird guano and cottonseed meal in it. Those two ingredients, grasses love bird poop. I mean, they just love it. They feed off it. They grow faster. And the cottonseed meal is what grows huge plumes. You get better, showier grasses. So fertilize it, manure it, cut them back, and you'll be set the stage for just stunning, the most beautiful grasses on the street in your neighborhood. Not everyone can grow wildflowers, but we'll make sure you're not one of them.
At Waters, we know which wildflowers sprout, thrive, and bloom with success.
We're wild about wildflowers with many of our own Arizona blends.
Like our Arizona native mix, butterfly and hummingbird mixes, and all are big, bold, and beautiful.
At Waters, we know wildflowers, and winter's a season to spread new seed.
Waters Garden Center, where people who love their flowers wild, they love to shop for seed.
For a more fruitful garden, increased success in the landscape that just feels better, then tune in daily to the Mountain Gardener podcast. Subscribe through your favorite podcast streamer or visit watersgardencenter.com. Better yet, visit me directly right here at Waters Garden Center. Thanks for tuning in.